My search to understand my own Vietnamese culture has led me here to France. The French colonised Vietnam for almost 100 years, and during this time, they left their mark on Vietnamese culture and cuisine. Both cultures share a passion for food, fresh produce, baguettes, coffee, and a vibrant curbside dining scene. But above all, we all share the love for anything food. I'm travelling the country to discover the French influence on Vietnamese cuisine and along the way, learn more about French regional cooking. Paris is where I start my journey before moving south and stopping in some of the country's most beautiful and diverse locations. The French people invite me into their homes to share secrets I will treasure forever.
So this is my personal touch.
Perfect. I give my Vietnamese French uncle a surprise visit. Chào bác. Bác khỏe không? I am in awe and a little bit nervous of the chefs.
There's a very serious-looking man standing right behind us, watching every move. Who is this guy?
Very serious. Big chef.
He's a big chef?
Yeah.
Nice is graceful and wonderful. The French coast is inspiring and the countryside of Alsace breathtaking. And Lyon is the food capital of France.
Mr. Chef Lacombe has really spoiled me. What can I say?
It's a long way from Asia. I hope you enjoy my French food adventure. Paris, France, arguably the most photographed city in the world. I even put my photography skills to the test.
1, 2, 3.
Paris is a city of style and class. One word that describes it for me is beautiful. Statues, monuments and buildings making bold statements of grandeur take pride of place in the city of boundless design. You start walking for 1 hour, that turns into 6. I'm lost, I'm excited, I'm in Paris.
After the Vietnam War, the Vietnamese migrated to all over the world. My family arrived to Australia, others made it to the US, to Canada, and also France. Now, what I find really fascinating is that all my cousins, uncles, and aunties here are involved with food or cooking in some way. Now, Laurent! That's Laurent! Bonjour! Now, Laurent and his family have just opened a new restaurant. It's called Bistro Indochine. It's been open for 2 months, doing French and Vietnamese cuisine. So I'm going to run in there, say hello, and see how they're going. Khỏe không? Yeah. Nhà hàng này không? Bistro. Oh, cool. Bonjour. Khỏe không, Laurent? How are you?
My family loves a good get-together. It doesn't happen very often, and I seem to have more cousins in Paris than I thought.
So Bistro Indochine?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's so cool. Congratulations. Congratulations. Bếp ở đâu? Bếp ở đây luôn. Bếp ở đây. That's lovely. I haven't seen my cousin for over 5 years, but in true Vietnamese style, they've got me in the kitchen working already. Put the apron on, he says. But it's okay, I got my champagne, thank you very much. Now, Laurent, what are you going to cook today? What is this dish?
Special dish, a bit Vietnamese, a bit French, with stock French,
Yeah.
but the ingredients are very Vietnamese. Fish sauce,
Yep. Fried garlic,
fried garlic, coriander, ginger, chili,
Perfect.
and
Spring onions.
onions.
So in
very,
Vietnamese,
very Vietnamese.
in Vietnamese, this is called gác kho, right?
Cắt kho.
But usually, with our gác kho, we would cut it through the bone. We never fillet the fish, right? And we seem to cook it more, right? But this one, you just want to cook it slightly?
Yes.
Yeah? Ít tiền không? Đừng có nấu lâu quá.
For sure.
Yeah.
Macro is very, very difficult to prepare. If you prepare so long time, very dry and very bad.
Okay. So what do we do first? Caramel?
Caramel.
Okay. Bit of sugar?
Sugar.
Okay. How many spoons?
Maybe 4 spoons.
4 spoons? So there's a few ways of doing caramel. You can do it just with water, or
Maybe,
you can do
maybe
it...
6.
Maybe 6.
Maybe
Okay.
6.
You can do it with water, or a bit of oil, or in this case, in Vietnamese caramelization, we're using fish sauce.
So Laurent, you know when you came to France, what, in
1976.
1976?
1976.
What was it like? Were there many Vietnamese people in France, or?
Yes.
A lot?
Yes, yes. A lot Vietnamese with both people.
Right, yeah.
Yes.
After the war they come here. And what was the food? Did you find Vietnamese food, or was it all French, and did you go, wow, what can I eat? Or what was it?
At first, I really like French food.
Yeah.
Now, I still love
Yeah.
French food. But I know I still love Vietnamese food.
Sure.
For sure. Because I am Vietnamese.
Of course, yeah. Oh, that's good, a nice color.
Yes, that's correct.
And before this restaurant, you were doing what?
I was a hairdresser.
Styling.
Three?
Sure. Oh, lovely.
3 teaspoons of fish sauce were quickly followed by our homemade fish stock.
So we're just going to reduce that further now.
Yes.
The sauce is reduced for about 5 minutes, then sautéed onion and garlic are added.
Muốn theo Laurent đó, Laurent thấy là mấy món Việt nào á là Pháp đem qua?
Món Việt nào là Pháp đem qua hả? Loan nghĩ là phở.
Phở hả? Porte-vœux?
Porte-vœux.
Yeah.
Mà not sure thì không có gì mà chiên nhận thiệt. Mà thì lúc mà Loan cắt tóc hồi xưa đó, nó có mấy người khách lớn tuổi mà quýnh giặc hồi xưa ở Indonesia. Ổng nói Loan lần đầu, ông nói là biết phở từ đâu ra không? Loan nói nổ, mày biết cái đó là từ Porte-vœux ra không?
Really?
I don't think so.
Can't believe, right?
Mà ông nói chắc chắn. Thì ổng là người lính già hồi xưa mà ông nói như vậy, mà lúc đầu Long không có tin, mà Long suy nghĩ là phở Porte-vœux giống nhau.
Similar. Nấu xương nè.
Nấu xương nè.
Thịt bò nè.
For sure.
Okay, a bit of coconut juice. Oh, lovely.
Okay.
We debated the origins of many Vietnamese dishes. Some were clearly not related, but others were definitely born from the French influence.
So la crêpe. Bò sốt bạc.
For sure,
right? Beef cooked in wine, of course that's a French dish. I find it fascinating, which is why I'm here. Well, that's looking good, Laurent. What's next? Chili?
Chili?
Oh, yes.
Spring onion?
Spring onion now?
Good idea?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Laurent, your English is actually very good.
Thank you.
My French is so bad, I'm sorry, I apologize.
A great tip Laurent showed me was to lay the thinner part of the fish onto the spring onions, keeping it off the hot pan. This will ensure the fish will cook evenly.
What a great idea. And how long do we cook this for? What, a couple of minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes? Santé?
Santé? Mình có thể uống được hả? Được. Mình không cho đó.
Really?
For sure.
Gia đình mà.
Gia đình.
What's that noise? Ủa, ai vậy? What's that knocking noise? Ai vậy?
Isabel.
Where? Oh no, sorry. Sorry. Isabel. Oh, chào chị. What's down here?
Ở dưới đây có phòng đặc biệt.
Oh, cellar. Fantastic, sorry. Cellar. That's great. I think every French restaurant has a cellar. I'm sure every French home has a cellar as well. Fantastic. Okay, so how's that going, Laurent? Oh, that looks good, huh? Xong chưa?
Xong rồi.
Okay. A little bit of fried garlic over the top. A bit of coriander.
Coriander.
How do you say coriander in French?
Ngọt.
No, that's Vietnamese, Laurent.
Sorry.
Too much champagne for you, I think. Coriander. Okay, so in Vietnamese, this is gác kho, no?
Các họ.
Gác kho. In Pháp nó sao?
Poisson caramel.
Poisson caramel or gác kho. Thank you.
You are
It's beautiful. Let's eat it.
I can see styles and colours so familiar to me during my travels around France. In the central highlands of Vietnam, you find grand, sophisticated hotels built by the French. In fact, Dalat was a popular holiday destination for the French bourgeois. The wide boulevards of Ho Chi Minh City are very similar to the boulevards of Paris. There was an unmistakable link between the two countries. The French, I think, invented tradition. Talking to locals, it's all about preserving a way of life, preserving a culture and history so full of amazing events that have shaped a nation.
There's another tradition that's sweeping up tourists and Parisians alike. Now the story goes, lovers would come to the bridge, write their names on a padlock and attach it to the fence. once they attach it to the fence, they throw the key over the bridge there into the river. Now that symbolises their forever love and devotion for each other. Now more traditional locals think it's a bit of an eyesore, but I think it's kind of cool and adds lots more charm to the city. I'm constantly hearing about culinary movements that are sweeping through Paris, and the humble beef is no exception. And leading the charge is butcher Yves-Marie, but some locals say he's going against the grain of French tradition. Passion and enthusiasm best describes Yves-Marie. His ego is well and truly intact, and like every French person I've met, conversation comes easy. Even my interpreters found it difficult to keep up with a man who literally talks until the cows come home. Yves-Marie, this is the most beautiful butchery I've ever seen. It's wonderful. Can you tell me the history behind this butchery?
C'est une boucherie qui est très ancienne, qui est classée au monument historique à Paris.
Yves was telling me he bought the shop and after 1 year of renovating, managed to duplicate the boucherie atmosphere of a bygone era. Yves-Marie, everybody knows you here, the whole neighbourhood knows you. What's so special about your meats and unique that everyone adores?
Alors ma particularité à moi, c'est que je travaille sur cette qualité musculaire. C'est-à-dire, je veux que mes clients se régalent, qu'ils trouvent une viande signée d'un goût particulier.
Yves has perfected his own process of maturing meat. This has made him unique among the French butchers. So when the French colonised Vietnam for 100 years, they introduced beef and eating beef, right? So now in Vietnam there's a version of steak tartare, which I would love to make for you. Yeah. What cuts would you suggest we use for steak tartare?
Pour confectionner notre tartare, nous n'allons pas choisir des morceaux trop maturés, parce que la maturation va assécher la viande et on a besoin de jutosité dans un tartare, c'est très important. Et on va retrouver donc les textures. Donc moi je peux proposer d'utiliser un peu de contrefilet que vous appelez le sirloin. On peut utiliser un peu de rump steak et nous allons utiliser aussi de l'onglet qui va être très amusant en texture. On va avoir une viande un petit peu croquante. Donc on va mélanger les saveurs et les textures et ça va être assez intéressant pour notre tartare.
So you're going to make 3 cuts of beef in the steak tartare. The onglet, which is 45 euros, the rump and the sirloin. Perfect.
À nous de bosser maintenant.
Thank you very much. Okay, Yves-Marie, we have onglet,
Onglet,
sirloin,
sirloin,
rump.
rump.
Perfect. Okay, go, chop it up.
Avec
Yep.
il faut que ce soit coupé en tout petits morceaux. Alors je vais faire d'abord des lanières, des petites lanières comme ça. Et puis ensuite je vais les couper dans l'autre sens pour faire des tout petits cubes.
So best not mince your meat, fine quality meat like this. Finely slice it and then dice it up. So beautiful and premium, this cut. Okay, that's wonderful. Now what I'm going to do while you're doing that is I'm going to do a little bit of lemon juice just to citrus cure or cold cook the meat. Throw it in there, that's the onglet. And then here I have some fresh herbs, Vietnamese herbs. Smell this, this is sawtooth coriander. So it's really fresh and lifts up the meat. This one is mint, Vietnamese mint.
D'accord.
Yeah?
De la menthe, d'accord.
Bit of that goes in as well. I've deep fried some Asian shallots, so great texture, yeah, and flavour. Crispy, yeah. Some fried garlic as well, yeah. And I've made a sauce, a sweet sauce, fish sauce, in here, which is fish sauce, a bit of vinegar, and a bit of chili. You can use chili.
Okay.
Just a little bit in there. And then now I'm just gonna mix that up together. Yeah. And traditionally you put egg in here or no?
Ah oui, des œufs.
Now?
Ah oui,
Now?
maintenant.
Okay. I've got some.
Oh, tout petit.
I put one in. One? Enough? One or two? Two. Put one more. Okay? And then. Me? Yes, one up. Yeah, go. Perfect. Ooh, lovely. Yeah, alright, let's put that on there. So easy, steak tartare. Very simple, huh?
C'est comme ça que c'est bon. Hein. Les choses simples sont toujours les meilleures.
So nice little herb salad on the top. And then I'm going to put one more quail egg on the top.
Ah, c'est merveilleux.
Voila, a Vietnamese steak tartare. How was it? You want to try?
Ah, yes.
Yeah. Okay? Yeah, please. It's good.
Alors.
Lovely.
Oh, c'est pimpant, c'est bien relevé, c'est légèrement acidulé, c'est merveilleux.
Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Merci.
Yes.
Le Manchet des Pont Rouge is the oldest market in Paris, built by King Louis XIII in 1615. Now, it's a fantastic diverse market here. Fresh flowers, fruit, vegetables, fresh seafood, and if you're a foodie, you have to come here because you have food from all over the world. You have Lebanese food, Italian food, Moroccan food, Japanese food, and a fantastic spread of African and Caribbean food as well. It's fantastic, you have to check it out. Oh, thank you. Wonderful. What do we have here?
Very hot pepper, be careful.
Okay.
This is another sauce with lemon and onion. It's so chien.
Yeah.
Dog sauce, but it's just because it's hot.
Okay. Spicy? Beautiful. Merci beaucoup.
Try it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Wonderful. Beautiful. Across Europe, there seem to be declining bee populations, and as we know it, if there are no bees, there are no crops. Nicolas Nguyen is a passionate beekeeper and honey producer that is leading the charge in increasing the bee numbers across Paris. His hives adorn the rooftops of the Louis Vuitton building, the Grand Palais and the Hotel Western, and he's well known amongst the top restaurants in Paris for the quality of premium honey that he supplies. Look at this. Nicolas, how are you? I'm Luke.
Nicolas.
Nice to meet you. Look at where we are.
We are in the middle of Paris on the roof.
This is absolutely stunning. The view's incredible. And this is your beehive?
Yes.
Yeah? Oh, what's that lovely smell coming from there?
Yes, it's a smoker. We never open a beehive without
Right.
a smoker.
So are you
Never.
about to open this now, are we? Do I need any...
Of course.
Yeah?
That's for you.
That's for me? Oh, it looks cool. How's that?
Okay, perfect.
So, Nicolas, can you explain why rooftops?
Because in the middle of Paris, we don't have a big garden or something like that.
Right.
So you always go on the roof of the big building.
It's fantastic. Can we have a look?
Yes. Okay.
Oh.
And here you have the queen.
Oh, the queen
of
with
the
the,
bee.
with the dot.
With the dot.
What is
Because to see it very quickly, it's more easy.
So you put that on.
Yes.
That's great. Nicolas, how many bees are actually in this hive?
Normally we have this moment 10,000.
10,000?
Yes, but in May and July we have 50,000.
That's incredible. So the honey produced from this beehive on top of the rooftop of the Western Hotel is provided to the restaurant of the Western
Yes,
Hotel.
everything is for the restaurant.
Unbelievable. And how many restaurants do you actually supply in Paris?
Around 30, 35 companies
Wow.
of bees. We have 5 beehives over there. And here, the Arc de Triomphe, we have another beehive too. And now we have one in Notre Dame.
So Nicolas, am I able to taste some of your honey?
No problem.
Yeah?
This is a
So this is,
jar.
oh,
We have
fantastic.
this.
So I suppose I better take my mask off, right?
Yes.
You put that. It smells really, really fresh, fragrant, floral, of course. It's actually minty. Yeah, like a mint leaf mixed with a bit of citrus, and is that just all from the flowers that are around
Yes.
Paris?
All the flowers around 3 and 5 kilometers from here.
And where does the mint flavour come from? Which flower is
It's
that?
a tree, it's a lemon tree.
Yeah,
And we have a lot of lemon tree. It's all the streets of Paris.
it's like a linden tree, and also you have chestnuts throughout here as well. It's fantastic. Nicolas, thank you so much. It's been
welcome.
such a pleasure. I love your office. It's fantastic.
It's a good office and a good job.
Yeah, very good job. A simple recipe to use this wonderful honey is found through most cafes in Paris. All you need is a really lovely baguette, a few slices, maybe 3 or 4, drizzle with some honey and grill them, either in the oven or on a char grill. Slice some really nice pieces of goat's cheese, place them on top and continue grilling until the cheese is nice and melted. Remove it from the grill onto a platter or chopping board and drizzle all of that wonderful honey on top of the goat's cheese, and then serve it with a nice herb salad with olive oil and balsamic vinegar, and all the flavours will combine and fit perfectly. The souffle is one of my all-time favourites.
Now here in Paris, I'm about to be utterly spoiled at Le Soufflé, who are famous for their sweet and savoury varieties. Now I've been told by the locals to keep this location secret, so please don't tell anyone. In the late 16th century, two very rich old ladies enlisted the help of the chef to King Louis XIV to create a dish that was soft and easy to eat because they didn't have any teeth. At Le Soufflé, all you can order is soufflé.
There's only one place in Paris you can do that.
So I can have a soufflé for entree, soufflé for main, and soufflé for dessert.
That's it.
This is a really special experience. I've never had 3 courses of soufflé.
Okay.
I really like this one here, the spinach with goat's cheese.
Yes.
And then the main, what would you suggest for the main?
Yeah, this one, Henry IV, is maybe the more traditional soufflé that we have here. It's a cheese soufflé and it's served with a cream chicken and mushroom sauce on the side.
And for dessert?
And for desserts, maybe you have to try it with Grand Marnier.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Done. Can't wait. The art of making a soufflé, I'm told, can be quite tricky. Everything depends on timing. You must whip the egg whites to a stiff consistency and fold them with a desired flavour base. Soufflé in French means puffed up, and that's exactly the outcome you want. Your soufflé must be feather-light. Just think, the person trying your soufflé has no teeth. This is a starter?
Peanut soufflé, and there's some pieces of goat cheese at the center.
Wow. It's like air.
Yeah.
So soft. Daniel, what do we have here?
Yeah, so this is the Henry IV soufflé, more classic that we serve here. The base is a cheese soufflé, and it's served with this cream chicken and mushroom sauce here in the middle.
It's like the Aussie meat pie.
Perfect.
Second soufflé on the
Second soufflé.
Oh, look at your one. That looks fantastic. I got plate envy, Daniel. So that's your raspberry?
Yes, that is.
And here we have my...
Grand Marnier soufflé.
Okay.
So we serve it like that.
A Grand Marnier, a whole bottle?
That's the bottle of the Grand Marnier. We open it a little bit on the top,
Whoa.
like this. And we serve you.
I love this
a bit of Grand
restaurant.
Marnier.
I love Paris. I love France.
We leave the bottle.
Yes?
You can serve you as much as you want.
Really? I can serve as much as I want.
Of course, you have all the bottle for you.
Goodness. Awesome.
And
Thank
enjoy
you
the
very
dessert.
much. Thank you. Yours looks great, but I think I like mine better. Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Despite the stunning dessert, I was all set for even more sweet treats the next day. Here in Paris, macarons have taken on designer status, and likened to a Chanel suit, they've become a high-end food fashion, with some chic patisseries coming up with the most interesting flavour combinations, like these macarons here, with rhubarb, strawberry, passion fruit, and these oversized looking ones with jasmine flower, and this one, which is crowned Pâtissière Pierre Hermé, the best macaron in all of Paris, with lychee, raspberry, and rose petals. I'm not too sure how to attack this one, but give it a go. A bit like eating a burger, isn't it? God, I can't talk. Keep fine. I'm going to be here for a while. See you later. Next time, I continue exploring the delights of Paris.
I love it. I love Paris.
I climbed to the Paris rooftops to cook the famous pot au feu. And the great thing about this pot au feu dish is that I just added everything into the pot and just let it simmer for 3 hours. Simple as that. And I learned the finer points of making the famous French baguette.
We make it a second time, you know? It's like surfing. You're in the tube.
It's like surfing, yeah, cool. Even though I can't surf, but I'll do this anyway.